Hi everyone, welcome. This is Gem 314 Tarot. I hope you find you all well. Thank you for returning and hello if you are new. This is a collective read, no astrology for today. We've got a big week ahead of us. On the 4th, Mercury is going retrograde. I will be introducing sidereal astrology into the mix. And on the 8th, we have the Lion's Gate. So there's going to be a lot to cover. So today we're just going to get a collective read. This is for any placement. It is a general mood in the collective. So I used the DIY deck, which basically it's a whole deck full of random questions. And the one of the first cards to drop out was general mood around the situation. This also for me is general mood in the collective. So this was a good card to drop out for the collective because it's just what everybody is kind of like, the underlying feeling going on in people in general right now. In the crowning position, you have the Hanged Man, which is from the Animal Wisdom deck. You've got the Bat, and then you have Empress reversed and the King of Swords. So this feels like so Hangman energy, that's Pisces energy, it is going within. It's going within to gain an inner perspective. Whereas the Hermit is going within to gain greater, higher perspective. It's interesting, you got both cards in this reading. The overall reading gives me a sense that there is I wasn't going to do this reading. I was just going to take the night off, but I'm glad I did, because when I started laying out the cards, there is an underlying feeling in the collective of being overburdened. So I'm kind of glad that I decided to lay out the cards. Let's talk about it. Just keep in mind that not all messages will resonate for every person, so leave what doesn't resonate now, but keep it in mind because it might make sense at a later time. You are all at different points in your timelines. Like I always say, I can read the script, but I can't tell you what character you play or where on the stage you're standing. Only you can put yourself in the position that you resonate in. I can only tell you what the general consensus is. So, like I said, in the crowning position on the minds of the collective, you dropped the Hanged Man. And that, again, is Bat energy. And it's going within to gain inner perspective. It says, surrender, sacrifice, and listen to the darkness. It says, quiet inner reflection, wait, renew, and tune in. It says, connect with your higher self. The key to this card is go within and open your wings. Okay, so there may be something in the collective that you need to be honest with yourself about, and you need to go within and really decide what it is that you are thinking, what you want, where you stand, and how you want to proceed. Okay, on top of that, you've got remember, I am integrating a new deck. I'm integrating the vice versa deck, which has a front and a back to each card as opposed to reversals. It also can have reversals if the card comes out upside down, but I'm not going into that just yet. I'm just getting used to the front and the back because they're two different pictures. So on the Hanged Man, you've got the Empress reversed, or like I say, from behind. So where the Empress is abundance and creation, she is ruled by Venus, which rules Taurus and Libra. She's a very feminine energy of procreation, bringing something forth that you created from nothing. This is very intense spiritual energy, okay? From behind, this is a card of being grateful for your abundance, okay? In the Empress card, we're in a state of rejoicing for our abundance, recognizing it, acknowledging it, seeing it come to fruition. But from the reverse, it's telling us to not forget to be grateful for it. And part of that part of that being grateful is using it wisely. So there is a sense here of using it to plan for the future. It says, even abundance ends. When I was contemplating this card, it gave me it brought up the deity Persephone. And Persephone is the daughter of the goddess Demeter. And Demeter is one of the Empress energy deities, okay? She's the goddess of growing things. She's the goddess of um, nature between spring and summer, okay? So she brings life forth. She renews it from the death of winter. She brings growth that has been planted. She tends it, she nurtures it, and she makes it grow abundant. Her daughter Persephone um, caught the eye of Hades, the god of the underworld, and he stole her away. And in her grief, Persephone casts the earth into the death of winter. So the gods had to make her and Hades cut a deal that they would share Persephone. And in the spring and summer, she would stay with her mother. And in the fall and winter, she would stay with her husband in the underworld. Okay? So this gives me the feeling that when they were saying even abundance ends. So this feels to me like the half one half. How do I put this? Life and death is if you look at life and death as a coin, okay, they're both sides to the same coin, okay. The turning of existence is life and death, and you can't have one without the other. So where you have abundance in your life, you must prepare for the inevitable of that going away, okay. Where we have the abundance of growth in the spring and the summer, we have to prepare for the darkness of winter. And in the in between, there is the harvest time that is fall. It's very interesting because one of the ancestor and angel oracle cards that you dropped out was autumn. So there is a sense here of be grateful in your abundance. And it's not a scolding kind of, we gave you this, so you should be grateful. It's not like that. It's just a reminder that even after you come through the sparseness of winter. Like, I'm sure many of us have come through a portion of time recently where things have been slim. Pickings have been slim, money's been tight, things have not been very abundant. Maybe, you know, and then when things aren't abundant, we tend to put things in order for new growth. Like, oh my god, I'm not making enough money, I'm gonna have to upgrade, I'm gonna have to ask for a promotion, I'm gonna have to get some certification so that I can be paid more, I'm gonna have to start job searching, I maybe have to go back to school, maybe just have to pick up another shift. Those are all in preparation for that you see the hard times coming. Now with this Empress energy, it's giving me very much this not a warning, but just advice that we may have come through the winter, okay, and now we're in a time of abundance. But let's not be wasteful with that abundance, because we all know, just by nature of being alive, that times come up and down, and that when we are in a state of abundance, we tend to think that's going to last forever, and we might get a little frivolous with our money, with our resources, okay? So this Empress in reverse is just reminding us that even abundance can end. And that is just the nature of things. Okay, so the growth of the spring and the summer is going to be harvested and then give way to winter. Okay, and that happens in life, not just in nature, it happens in life too. There's going to be times of plenty, and there's going to be lean times also. So they're telling us that and this coming in under the bat, I think with the Hanged Man energy, we all feel this coming. Okay. We all know it's a general feeling of worry. Like, okay, I got through this, but what's coming next? And they're reminding you that, oh, okay, they're asking me to specifically remember. When I looked it up in the book, it was saying gratefulness holds the door open for more abundance to come in. So not only function in an energy, function in the vibration of gratefulness. I wish I could pick another word for it, but that's what it said in the book. So that's what stuck in my head, and I didn't bring up my thesaurus to look up any synonyms for it. So we're just going to stick with gratefulness. Um, And like I said, this is not a scolding kind of be grateful or it's going to be taken away. I think this is just already in the collective as an overall kind of cloud among the feelings. It's like, okay, we got through this. Ooh, we made rent. Ooh, we fixed the car. The kids have school supplies. But now fall is coming. Things are going to change and we're going to have more expenses. What are we going to do? So they're saying that use the abundance that you have now, and in your gratefulness, use it wisely. Okay, no, even though it might feel like after the summer you're ahead a little bit, you've got a little more in the bank, you've got, you know, you're ahead a little bit. That's what they're saying. Even though you're ahead a little bit, don't be like, "Oh, okay, we're up $500. Let's go to an expensive restaurant. Let's go splurge on this. Let's go splurge on that." There's still a call to distribute things, delegate your money very wisely, okay? So how can you do that? Um you can just, like they were saying, it was don't overspend, um, and don't think it's gonna last forever. I know that sounds really harsh, but I gotta call it the way I see it. Now, on top of that, you also got the King of Swords on your crowning thought. So you got Hanged Man, Empress reversed, and King of Swords. So King of Swords energy is Aquarius energy. This, in my animal wisdom deck, is the eagle. So they're saying that, oh, okay, along with going within to gain inner perspective, you've got to go high in order to gain a greater perspective. Aquarius energy is air energy. It's mental. It's intellectual. It's very rational and logical. Okay, so go up high and use ration, ration, rationale and logic in this. Okay, he is the judge and the jury, but he's not the executioner. That is the Queen of Swords. So she's the one that swings the sword of the sentence. Okay, right now you're receiving testimony. That's how they show, because he's a judge. So you're hearing all sides, you're seeing all sides, you're seeing where all the needs are, you're seeing where all the resources are, and you're going to have to make a call on how to allot all those things. So you're going to be in Hangman, master of suspension, it's surrender, and it's inner reflection. It's also getting back in touch with your higher self, okay? And then and then they're saying to use some abundance that you have, use it wisely. That's how you show gratitude. Gratitude, there we go. That's how you show gratitude. And when you're in a vibration of gratitude, it holds the door open for abundance to keep flowing, okay? Um, they're showing me somebody who has been granted. Okay, they're showing me somebody who there's packages being delivered. Okay, so the delivery person rings the bell. They come to the door and they're like, "Oh, a package! That's great!" So here, this is the delivery of the abundance, and you take that package and you're so excited to use it that you shut the door behind you and you take the package in the house. But if you had waited a minute, and kept the door open, you would have seen that there were more delivery people after that, bringing in more abundance. But now that you shut the door, that abundance can't come in. Okay? Yes, they can knock again, but are you going to be so caught up in the first delivery that you don't hear the knock for the others? That's how they showed it to me. King of Swords here is like a judgment. Well, it's not judgment proper, but this is a judgment call. Whenever I see the King of Swords, I hear executive decisions being made, okay? That is on your mind. This is the energy that's on the mind of the collective. The other card you dropped was the general mood around the situation. And you have Bison here, which is the Ace of Fossils, the Ace of Pentacles. It's unexpected reward, gift, or business venture. This is a monetary gain, advantage, tools, and a boon. That's just like a lucky gift, okay? Lucky break or aid. This says when luck shines, use resources wisely. Okay, I can't make this up. I cannot make it up. That's what they're saying. Use your resources wisely. Because, as like the Empress Reverse says, even abundance can end. So that's in the general mood. So like I said, this isn't anything hidden. This is on your mind already, which I think they're just reiterating that they see what they see what the energy is here, and they're laying it out for you so that you can understand. On top of that, you drop the Five of Wands reversed. So the Five of Wands is always described as victory, but at what cost? But we never really go into that. What is the cost? And on the reverse, they were saying this is victory, but it's victory that brings the burden of responsibility. So who really won? This is another. You've got two cards here of burden. That's what I hope I mentioned that in the intro. There's two energies here of great burden. In the anchor cards, you've got the Ten of Wands. So here you've got the Five of Swords in the reverse. Now with this card, now on the front, it's always the person he's gathered up the swords and the other person is on their knees humbled, okay? It's victory, but there's somebody who suffers. So now from the back, it's showing that other person that you defeated gets to walk away unburdened, and you're the one holding all the swords. So who really won? And this is a card warning you against taking on more responsibility than you can handle. Okay? So there may be an energy here where you feel like, again, like what I was saying before, I have to I have to get a certificate so I can get a promotion, or I have to go back to school so I can earn more. I have to take on another job so that I can cover this cost or get us ahead. This is a hard won battle, so it's gonna get you ahead, but at what cost? And the cost is you. Okay? So they're saying that if you just disperse your resources or your abundance responsibly, here with the Empress reversed, you won't have to go through this Five of Swords reversed. The responsibility won't just land on you, okay? On top of that, you got the Fool, which is a new venture, a new opportunity, and going into it enthusiastically, okay? So you may have an opportunity to take on more responsibility, and at first you may see this as a great opportunity, but they're warning against taking on too much. It's victory brings burden of responsibility, so who really wins? You or the person that you take that responsibility off of? Okay? In this case, they're showing me somebody who is accepting more responsibility at work. This frees up the boss, but it doesn't free you. And there's no guarantee that you're going to be really paid that much more. You're going to have more hours, you're going to drain yourself more, and that comes out here in the anchor position with the 10 of Wands. And the 10 of Wands is telling you you're overburdened. This particular deck, the 10 of Wands, is not the end of this burdensome cycle. It's telling you you are overburdened and to delegate some of that burden to other people so that you can rest. Okay? And then here with the Fool, it's like you're going to jump into this enthusiastically, but please watch your energy levels. Please watch your resource. This they're showing me somebody who is taking extra shifts at work, but it puts extra strain on your car, and then your car, something goes wrong with the car. So you won the opportunity to increase your abundance, but then it's just going to be spent in another place because you put burden on something else. Okay? In the present position, you got judgment. And judgment in the animal wisdom deck is the crocodile and the butterfly, and they're called the masters of discernment. It says review, release, assess, revise. It says accept and, I'm sorry, recall what was put to rest. Oh, yeah, that's right. Right wrongs, repair hurt, and release the dead. It says accept and forgive. This is liberation. So it says transform through acceptance. So, judgment energy. Um, in the Rider-Waite, judgment is represented by the Archangel Gabriel. He blows the trumpet at the end of days so that things that are dead are recalled from the grave, brought back to life, and reviewed. Okay, you don't just get brought back to life and taken up, but the myth is that you're taken up bodily to heaven. Okay, but you know what happens when you get there? That's when you're judged. Okay, that's when you have faced final judgment. And when judgment is called, you bring things back that had been put to rest and you review them. You review them to see if they can continue or if you're just going to sign the contract and send it up to God. Okay, that's quote unquote send it up to God. I'm not religious. Okay, I'm not Christian. So so I guess in that case you can think of it as throwing it in throwing it in the incinerator. Do you save this? It's like the shredder. When you shred, you go through a box of old mail, and you say, okay, this is information I need. I'm going to keep that. That's bringing that. Sorry. So think of that box of mail as like the grave, okay? Judgment is called. You open the box and you take out all these papers and you go through it and you see if there's anything in there that's useful or needed. Is there information in there that you need? Is there something that you missed? Is there a letter that you missed? There may be, information about. There may be cards in there with birthday checks, or there may be a letter from a loved one that keeps you up to date on something. There may be um, something about court. There could be anything in that box of mail. You don't know. You just throw your shit aside, just like I do. So you're gonna go through it, and you're gonna see what's in there that can be resurrected or is out of date and dead and done, and then you throw that in the shredder. That's judgment. Okay. So in the present, you're calling judgment on something, and I have a feeling this is Um, recalling things that you can use to grow your abundance. Okay, you're going through and it's like they're showing me someone balancing their checkbook finally, because maybe there's a discrepancy, maybe they're off a couple $100 and they got to find that money. So that's when you're going through your checkbook and you're checking everything that all the payments came out. They're also showing me go through your bank app and see where you have subscriptions that are pulling money out where you don't use that service anymore, but it's just like I had this service that was through Credit Karma. It was supposed to be, monitoring my credit. That was $35 a month. And it didn't do anything. It just took money out of my account, and I forgot about it for a while, and I just kept wondering, why the hell am I not breaking even? And that's why, because I had to go through that damn bank app and see that there was a charge coming out every month for $35. So I had to cut that service, okay? They're showing me that. Call judgment on things that you're spending. Call judgment on things that are spending you. Now they're reminding me about that five of swords and the 10 of wands. Where are you being spent? Okay, you got to call judgment on that. On top of that, you got the high priestess in reverse. Let's see, this is spiritual advancement, and it's access granted, see beyond the surface. Okay, so here in the High Priestess card, you see that she sits between the two pillars. One is white and one is black, and the veil behind her hides the inner sanctuary where only the initiates can go. You stand before her and you're asking for enlightenment, okay? So she is giving you enlightenment. Now, you're getting this card in the reverse, which means that you have the enlightenment and you're granted access to the inner sanctuary. So there is some in the collective here have gone through a very intense transformation. There may have been some kind of illumination. You may have gained knowledge about something that had been hidden from you before. They're also reminding me that the high priestess sits between the pillars of light and dark, which means the truth is somewhere between the black and white. And when I was talking about going through the mail, and they're telling me, like, read between the lines, read the fine print. Okay, the truth is somewhere between the black and the white. I don't know who needed to hear that, but check the fine print on that stuff that you're recalling and reviewing. Okay, on top of that, you got the Queen of Pentacles. See that this is sitting pretty. Well, not necessarily sitting pretty, because the Queen, it's like the queen is the office manager, the king is the supervisor, and he gets all the glory. But the Queen of Pentacles is the one that's doing all the fucking dirty work, all the heavy work, all the scheduling, all the check balancing, the checkbook balancing, the bill paying, the feeding everybody, the making the schedule. She's the one doing all the work. And then, you're elevated to a king status where you now oversee that energy, okay? But here you're still in Queen of Pentacles. Now, Queen of Pentacles is extremely capable of doing this, okay? She's down to earth, she's logical, she's hardworking, she has I heard mind on her money and her money in her mind, okay? So she is well equipped to do this, but it is a burdened position, okay? She's not there because she can't handle it. But they always tell me, just because you can handle it doesn't mean you deserve to. This again is warning against too much burden, okay? In the position here that says what reliable energies are around us. So I asked, what reliable energies are in the collective working right now? And we dropped the Wheel of Fortune, which is good because this is cosmic energy, this is divine energy, this is spirit working, okay? So if it had been like a Knight of Wands, it would have been like, Jesus, okay, this is some hothead coming in trying to help you run things, but he really doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. But no, it's the Wheel of Fortune. And the Animal Wisdom deck, you've got the Spider. Yesterday we got Wheel of Fortune too with the Tarot of the Divine. And it was reminding you that, as you go up, so you come down. Where there's joy, there will be pain. And in this case, where there is abundance, there will be want. Okay? But, it also reminds you that where there was once burden, there will be reward. Okay? So everything keeps spinning. The reliable energies here is telling me that these times will not last. Okay? For better or worse, these times are going to come and go. And that's good because you don't want to be stuck in that energy of lack. And believe me, I understand. There are some of us that have been stuck in this energy of lack for years. Okay, but we have to. They're reminding me about the gratitude. If you operate in the energy of keeping that door open, then there's more deliveries coming in. Remember how I described it before? So they're saying always have that heart, that the energy of that open heart, because that's the door that lets abundance back in. So with the Wheel of Fortune here, you've got fate, karma, time, divine timing, a journey. This is shifting fortune, so adjust your path. See, what did I say? The abundance can change. And as the wheel turns, so do the days of our lives. So, as if you're up now, you're going to be down at some point, so plan for that. If you're down now, you're going to be up at some point, plan for that. Where you're in lack now, you're going to have reward. So look forward for that and leave the door open for that. When you get your reward, operate in gratitude and responsibility. Okay? This is saying create your path and create your fate. All right? So I'm drawn to the cat in this card because in this deck, the High Priestess is also this cat. So it seems to me that, and you have the High Priestess here in reverse. So it seems to me that paying attention to how this wheel turns, paying attention to how the spider spins her web. And in the Tarot of the Divine, when we dropped the Wheel of Fortune yesterday, it is a spider energy also. The spider takes down their web every day and rebuilds it every night. So that's the tourney. That's the and also the Wheel of Fortune in the Rider-Waite is anchored by the four fixed signs: Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. They are the four directions of heaven. So even though the wheel of time spins, it is stable. Okay? There's no wobbling to this wheel, it just spins. So the High Priestess here is gaining knowledge about watching this spider spin her web every day and take it down every day and rework it every night. And that, just doing that, she's working in new ideas. She's trial and error. She's seeing what works. She's learning from what doesn't. She's letting go what doesn't work. And she's working in what does into the new web. Okay? So that's a reliable energy around you. That's the Wheel of Fortune. Divine timing. Things are going to turn. It is divine energy, so we do not control it. We can't stop the wheel. We can't make it turn faster. We can only adjust how we hang on. Okay? On top of that, you got from the vice versa deck the Three of Wands reversed. So the Three of Wands is a progression from the Two, where the Two of Wands is a crossroads and you have to pick your path. The Three of Wands is now embarking on that path. You've got your walking stick and you're walking forward. In this card, the man who is quite handsome, hello handsome, walk towards me, right? Um, sorry about the ads. He is holding an orb that is the yin yang of water and fire. So this is emotion and action in balance, okay? So it's saying honor strength in balance of feelings and actions. So let me think real quick. Fire energy, Leo or Aries. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Do any of you out there watch House of the Dragon? This looks just like that Kristen Cole, the Queen's Guard. He's not the Queen's Guard anymore, but oh, spoilers. Yeah, this looks like him. I don't like him actually. He's kind of an unlikable guy, but not that's separate from this. We won't get into that. If you want to talk about it, put it in the comments. I have many opinions on the show. Oh, okay. Okay, I heard that you have the skills of the spider now, okay? You see what works and what doesn't, or you're going to, okay? Or you have the capacity to see this. So you're going to be working really smart. I like this. Um, but you have to balance emotion with action, okay? Your feelings with your vitality, they said. Don't overburden yourself again. Balance, balance. The balance of the yin yang, the fire energy and the water energy. Not um, do not neglect one for the other. Do not neglect one for the other. Okay, fire energy is your health, your heart, your blood, your vitality, your metabolism, your energy levels. Okay, water is your emotions, your intuition, your emotional needs, your emotional contentment. Are you feeling fulfilled? You have to balance the two. If they're out of balance, you're gonna run yourself ragged on one side and be useless. Okay. On top of that, you've got the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, that's nice, resting energy. I enjoy that energy. Six of Pentacles is, it's a progression from the six. So where you had enough to, a Six of Pentacles is equitable distribution of resources to other people, but it's a small group. Okay, this is not the Ten of Pentacles where you're supplying material wealth for generations or for, I'm hearing that song by Yellow Wolf where he's like, I went from shopping with nothing to shopping for my cousins, things like that. That's the Ten of Pentacles. When you're in the Six of Pentacles, it's you, your partner, and your cat, or you, your partner, your kid, your kid in the car. I mean, it's equitable distribution of a small group. And it's good because you're content and you're provided for. Nobody has more than they need, but everybody has according to their needs. Now, in the Seven of Pentacles, which is what you have, this is the waiting and nurturing of more growing. Okay. When you progress to the Eight, it's working on the last bit of something before you get to the Nine of Pentacles, which is the little empress in her garden of plenty. I paused at 37 something. 3720 for anyone looking for number six. So they're saying with the Seven of Pentacles to remember that this is the Six of Comfort with an Ace of Pentacle. And the Ace is a divine little plunk in the bucket, okay? An opportunity from out of nowhere. In some of my decks, it's a coin underneath a clover leaf, okay? And that's something that is down on the ground. People don't usually look at their feet when they're walking, but the four-leaf clovers are very low to the ground, and if you find one, then you've got to look out for it. In those cards, the coin is underneath that four-leaf clover. So this is the Six of Pentacles of comfort, with another ace on top of it, which is another little opportunity. And that is in a state of incubation right now, okay? And I like this because you do have the Ace of Pentacles here in the general mood with the Bison card. The Ace of Fossils is the Pentacles. And this is just a little opportunity from the divine, a little leg up, a little aid, monetary gift, something you don't expect. Okay, so here we've got the Wheel of Fortune. What goes around comes around. When you're on top, you're going to be on the bottom. When you're on the bottom, you're going to be on the top. If you're in an energy of lack, you're going to have your reward. If you're in an energy of reward, know that you're going to be on the bottom again, so plan ahead. So here you've got the inner strength of the Three of Wands. You have to balance. That's the hard thing about the wheel, is that you have to balance where you are on it. So if we know that there's the two extremes, up and down, good and bad, reward and lack, if we prepare accordingly, that to me, they're showing me as a tightrope walker. That's the stick that they use to balance themselves, okay? And then on top of that is the Seven of Pentacles. You have the strength and balance of feelings and actions, and you have something. This is again reliable energies around you. The wheel's going to turn. If you're down, you're going to be up. Plan accordingly. You have the strength to balance it all, and in the process, there is abundance now, incubating more. Okay, that's the Seven of Pentacles. You're tending to it. It's not just something that is happening outside of your knowledge. This is something that you put in motion. The Pentacles are work. This is the only suit of the tarot that is tangible 3D work. You got your hands dirty, you know, you put the time in, you're doing the work. You're actually making something in the 3D. This is the only suit that is a tangible, holdable, usable object, okay? And here there is Seven of Pentacles. There is more incubating. There is more coming. So where you feel burdened, where you feel spent, where you feel, you know, you're needing to prepare for the future, it's being prepared, okay? Anchor positions. You got the King of Cups. This is the Guardian of Shells, shark energy. I'm a shark. I'm a shark. F you, I'm a shark. Okay? This is awareness, enduring, authority. It's calm in a crisis. There you go. Be calm. It's calculating. It's master of emotions, true to yourself, fearless but not impulsive. The balance. It's a balance. Okay. The key to this card is you're the ruler of your emotions, not their servant. See, that's coming from this three of wands card where he's balancing emotion and action. Okay, that's very good. On top of that, you've got the 10 of wands, like we have been talking about. This is the card of burden. Now in most decks, this is the 10, so it's the end of the cycle and it's the end of burden. However, in this deck, it's telling you just that you are overburdened and you're going to have to put the sticks down and delegate to somebody else because you need a break. This is delegation and rest. See, over here, you had the Five of Swords where you took on all the responsibility and somebody got to walk away scot-free. In the Ten of Wands, you're being advised to delegate to somebody else so that you can rest. You're going to have to call this person back. That's that judgment card. You're going to have to tell somebody that you've been that got to walk away without the responsibility that they need to carry their load because you've been carrying it enough and you're spent and you're tired and you're coming at this from this King of Cups energy where you are not letting your emotions get the best of you. This is a logical decision and you're doing it out of love. The King of Cups absolutely is the king of love. Warm, generous, thoughtful, genuine, loyal, kind. He's dreamy. He's Pisces energy. He's very nurturing, but he's taking on too much. That's you. On top of that, you got the Knight of Wands. Oh, okay. Knight of Wands. I love Knight of Wands energy. I actually didn't I talk shit about him just a few minutes ago though? You got some Knight of Wands coming through, and he thinks he's gonna run things for you. Yeah, you got to give it over to the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands in the Animal Wisdom deck is the camel. Okay, and even in the Rider-Waite deck, that Knight of Wands is riding that horse through the desert. And in both, there's like pyramids, so you know that there's the desert. It's hot, it's harsh. So, but this Knight of Wands, as a camel energy, is absolutely equipped to go through this environment. Okay, camels are evolved to live in the desert. They know the terrain well. So this feels like it's telling you be kind to yourself and give over some of that burden to somebody who can better manage in that environment. Okay? There's somebody in your environment that would do very well with the burden. Okay? A camel is a beast of burden. It carries everything on its back. It's well equipped to do it. It even carries its own water source. It's not going to die in the desert like some species. You put, you know, You put the you put the king of cups, the shark. You put the shark in the desert. What the fuck's gonna happen to that shark? He's gonna die. He's gonna die out there in the heat and the burden and the sand. It's gonna get, he's not equipped for it. And now you can see that this king of cups, this shark energy, has this harsh burden on his back. When you got a younger Knight of Wands here that can carry it through the desert for you, okay? I hope this is resonating. Don't cut off yet. We've still got more to go. I hope this is resonating. I hope the messages are reaching whoever they need to for your highest good. Not all messages will resonate for everyone, okay? But keep in mind what doesn't. So if you are vibing with my content, please take a moment, leave a like, leave a comment, share, subscribe. It helps the algorithm get my content seen by more. I am trying to make this my job because the divine has been drilling into me for 2 decades that this is my freaking job. Okay, so in that light, you can go into the description and find my email. You can contact me. We can set up a 1-question personal read or a 1-question birth chart inquiry for about $15. Also down in the description are my donation links. I have a Venmo, I have a Cash App. I don't have a PayPal. Sorry. But if anything that lands there, I am grateful. Help me keep my phone turned on. So we're going to keep going. Let's review that anchor position. King of Cups. You are functioning in an energy of love. You have taken on all this burden of abundance out of love, but you are not equipped to walk through the desert alone. So you have to delegate to someone to help you carry this bundle of sticks. This 10 of Wands is not just your burden. You have to have somebody, you have to have a rest, okay? You have to put it down because in this card, he's not all the way to the house yet, but he's already bent over in and overburdened, okay? So you have to put it down and take a rest, even if there isn't somebody there that you can hand it off to. But there is, and it's a young Knight of Wands energy. This is a fire sign. This is somebody who's raring to go. They probably have the ego to prove it. Give me that bundle. I can take it. I'm built. I'm strong. I am lively. I'm not tired. Put me in, coach. That's the energy that's there. And if it's not, you've got to rest. You've got to be your own Knight of Wands. You've got to stick up for yourself. This is, again, fire energy. This is your health. This is your vitality. This is a new situation. You have to let some of this go. Okay? You're overburdened and you fought for it, but you fought for it because there was no other option. And now look what you've got. Okay? And this is all because you can even sense that your wheel's gonna turn. You're up, you're gonna be down. You're down, you're gonna be up. I keep repeating myself because I really want to get everything all in the same message. So we also have, oh, should we do that first? Okay. With the DIY deck, we dropped a card for signs and omens, and it's telling me to pull from my charms. I haven't used these charms in a year. So I had to dig through my box and drag out my little thing of charms. Now I'm going to pause because mixing it up is really loud. You hear that? I don't like it. So I'm going to pause real quick. Okay, I paused at 48:02 and I drew some charms. Let's see, we've got here. We've got Scorpio. Okay, we have a snowman ice skating. We have, oh, lucky cat. I like that. This is a sign of lucky cat. He's the one that waves his little hand. It's a sign of increase. It draws in money. He's the money cat. That's right. Money cat is here. We've got a camera. Some of you may want to. Okay. I'm saying it. I'm saying it. Oh, there's somebody in the collective or a few somebodies in the collective who are very gifted photographers, and they're saying that if you want to increase your abundance, then embrace this gift. It's not just a hobby. Okay, if you have it, you use it. Here's the camera. Take a picture. It's you in the future, very abundant. They were very adamant about that. There are photographers that are watching and they have been wondering if they should go into it as a side hustle. Do it, because what starts out as a hobby or a side hustle, maybe I can do a couple, friends' birthdays or whatever, and maybe it'll give me a couple hundred here and there. It's going to be your career. This is what you're drawn to do. Okay. We've got a gun with roses. I never know how to tell me how to interpret this. I heard a straight shooter. Somebody who's truthful, I guess. Oh, we've got Taurus here, Scorpio and Taurus. Taurus, what's happening in Taurus right now? Jupiter and no. Taurus, maybe Taurus season, maybe you are a Taurus. We do have the Seven of Pentacles here. And the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, lots of Pentacles here. There could be Taurus here. We've got, is this a flamingo? This is a flamingo. Somebody might be, their spirit animal might be a flamingo. Maybe you drove past a house for sale that has flamingos. Maybe the new job that you are going to apply to. Maybe next door somebody has a light up flamingo. I'm not sure. Should we get a couple more? Sorry about the noise. That's snowman. I feel like that's have fun, be whimsical. Got a screw here, which means that you have the tools to fix something. Oh, we've got a little teacup. Okay, that means that news is coming. You might have a visitor. You might have some gossip coming in. You might have an ear, like, oh, did you hear so-and-so? Blah, blah, blah. Really? We've got a block here with the letter A. That might mean something. We've got storm clouds, rainy clouds, okay? It's just rain. It's not rain and lightning or anything, but the storm cloud in my theme deck means it's kind of like lesser tower energy, where a storm comes through and it disrupts things and it's windy and it blows shit away. But in this case, what rain does is it may be an inconvenience and it may damage some things, but it's coming through to clear your path. Okay, this is not tower as in destruction and desolation and the world is ending and everything is destroyed. No, this is just the strong rain that comes through to put out a fire or wash something down the street. This is clearing your path energy. We've got a cupcake. That might be someone's nickname. We've got a pentacle here. We've got an anchor. So those are signs and syncs that you can look for. I just had a conversation with somebody and with Spirit recently about signs. And I was like, look, universe, you have at your disposal the entire force power of creation of our universe, of all universes, of our galaxy, of all galaxies, of everything that has lived, died, everything that will live. You have all cosmic power, but you want to send me a feather? You want to throw a penny at me? Pennies are useless. And $20 bills weigh a lot less. So if you want to apport me a sign, how about you just have like maybe some money show up? I was like adamant. I'm like, why would you give me butterflies? Everybody fucking looks for butterflies. Butterflies and rainbows and keys and feathers. And it's like, you are the cosmic power of everything in known existence. And you want to throw me a feather. Mm-mm. I need a sign of your sign. Pentacle energy. The pentacle is the four elements and spirit. Okay, so this engulfs all of life. It's earth. I'm sorry. Water, earth, fire, air, and the breath of life. It's the breath of spirit, and it's what makes the elements of a person. Oh, let me get this out. In spiritual symbolism, humanity is all four elements. It's the air of intellect, it's the water of emotion, it's the fire of vitality, and it's the pentacle, the material body. But in order to come alive, you need the breath of life, and that's spirit. Okay, so that's the all-encompassing spirit. That snowman is just making me giggle. Like, why is that here? So this could be winter. Okay, this could be somebody coming into your energy that will help out. That just maybe they like snowmen, you know. It's a whimsical kind of energy, so maybe it's asking you to be as a child, be I mean, it's more than that grateful energy. It's the playful, humorous energy. And then, like I said, you got the screw here, which means you have the tools to keep it all together. That's what I heard. Not get it together. I said you have the tools to keep it all together. Okay? We're gonna get theme cards now. Remember, in the description, there's my email and my donation links. Please leave a like, share, and subscribe. Oh my God, are we going to keep this under an hour? We're at 55 minutes. We might keep it at an hour. Let's get some final messages for the collective. This is a tough one. We're on the wheel. We're overburdened. We're worried. We might have abundance now, but is it going to last? I don't get any cups here except the King of Cups, and he's the one keeping it together out of love. He's master of his emotions and not their servants. I also heard he hears things coming. Like, I don't think sharks have sonar like dolphins and whales and stuff, but they were telling me recently how and again, I don't know if this is scientifically accurate, okay? But symbolically, they were showing me that the shark, their whole body is an antenna, and they can feel the vibrations in the water because that's their home. So this king is at home in that emotional realm, and he can sense things coming. Pisces energy, very psychic. So this king, if you're functioning in this energy, you might be in a psychic position of feeling things coming. On that 10 of Wands, it's like you feel this burden come, you feel yourself being run down, and you want to make this decision about asking for help out of love. Okay? Let's see. Oh, we got the Hand of Fate. The divine is at work. There are forces beyond your control are at play. This reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune. The major arcana always um, not illustrate. What's the word? It always shows energy that's outside of us. It's the divine working. Okay, the four suits are us in the 3D, but the major arcana is how the divine works in it. So we've got the Fool, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, you've got Judgment, you've got the Hangman, you've got all major arcana here. Okay, and you've got the high priestess from behind. So there's a lot going on that we can't control. That all has ties in with the Wheel of Fortune. It's going to spin whether we want it or not. It's up to us to prepare for it. Okay. 333, angels and spirit are near you now. They're saying, quote unquote, we hear you. Okay. You've got to remember you are spirit. And I just explained that with the pentacle. We are earth, air, fire, and water, but you're not alive and human until you have spirit in you. Okay. That's the quickening. Remember, you are spirit. It says connect, listen, know, ascend, and be still. I have a feeling that goes here with that King of Cups. I like that there. We've got the Raven. Watch the signs and synchronicities, and we just dropped all those charms for signs. This has some inklings of a soulmate energy with the 1111 here. The Raven picks up trinkets. It loves shiny objects. Okay, I think that they could, if they were in the fairy realm, they'd be goblins. They'd be little. They'd steal, and it's ferret energy, but with wings. They love little shiny trinkets. This one has a watch in his beak, and the watch is blinking 1111, which is the sign of the soulmate or or the twin flame. So there is a connection here that you can watch out for. Watch the signs and synchronicities. Now, this could come back to the snowman and the gun and the flamingo and the cupcake and the anchor. So watch signs and synchronicities. You might have a heads up about a soulmate coming in, okay? Oh, they might be nasty too because we got the Knight of Wands here and the soulmate energy, and it's advising you to pick a safe word. I'm not going to go much into that. We've got Horsehead Mask here. I like when this drops because it reminds you to please have some humor, okay? No, it says have some fun. When we function in that levity, it raises our vibration, okay? We've got the nine of diamonds. This is the nine of pentacles. So we have the 7 here. I was talking about the 8, and we're on our way to the 9. This is self-made prosperity. Okay, this is abundant and stable with independence. See, if you just plan ahead and use your resources wisely. So the 7 of Pentacles is the incubation of what you're working on. The 8 of Pentacles is the finishing up of, is the finishing up of the work, and then you sit in the 9 of Pentacles where your abundance is around you, okay? Oh, shoot. Okay, that goes along with this 10 of Wands here. There's poison in the mix. It says the situation or something in it is toxic. Negative whisperings, heavy energy around, heavy, recalling burden. And this whole thing is talking about being overburdened, okay? And we've got tree. As above, so below. Ground and reconnect with the earth. Reach down to reach higher. Okay? I love this, you guys. This is a really good reading. So, in conclusion, you are working very, very hard and it's going to pay off, but it might be too hard and you need a rest. So there is the 7 of Pentacles here, which to me means something is stewing, something is brewing, something is in the final stages of growth. Tend to it, cut away the weeds, cut away the dead fruit, I heard cut away the dead weight. So if there's something, someone, or a situation in your energy that is dead weight, cut it away because it's sucking energy away from what you're trying to grow. With 7 of Pentacles, they often show me somebody who, those people who grow the prized pumpkins, those 1,000-pound oversized pumpkins. Well, the first step to growing that huge abundance is choosing one that is doing the best and cutting off everything else, okay? Not the whole vine, but the other fruits that are not as big, so that more energy from the plant can go into growing that one pumpkin. So you may have a lot of things on the fire, but some are closer to boiling than others. Some are closer to being done than others. Some are going to turn out better than others. You have to choose what to prune, okay? That's also in the mix here. So that's what we got for you, collective. Oh, we didn't do the ancestors. I'm so sorry. Did we? No, we didn't. So we're going to do the ancestors before I forget again. You dropped autumn here. So this could be things coming to fruition by fall. We are entering August. Virgo is coming up. Virgo is the first sign of in fall. Now, the reason they were telling me about telling the story of Persephone is that in fall is when we harvest, okay? Fall is when we harvest what Persephone and her mother have grown through spring and summer. And then when we harvest away, we set some aside for winter, right? And when winter comes, and that is death, that's Hades, that's Pluto energy. Pluto is not death proper, the Reaper. He's not the Reaper. The Reaper is Saturn, and that is Capricorn energy. Saturn comes through and takes away the harvest, okay? And then he brings it down to the underworld. And he brings the dead to the underworld. The underworld is Pluto. And in the underworld, things are purified, judged, and either made ready to be reincarnated, or they stay down there and work on their lessons. That's judgment energy. Remember what I was saying before, where judgment raises something from the dead to see if it can be renewed or if it stays in the dead. Okay, so this is autumn energy. It says release all of the pressure and expectation weighing you down. It's that 10 of Pentacles, or that 10 of Wands, that burden that's keeping you stuck. It says shed it all so that you can recover before moving into the time of renewal. It says, you know what is heavy, what is holding you back. Is it a person, a situation, a dream? I'm sorry, this is really tiny writing and the light is low. Like the trees letting go of their leaves and the fruit in the autumn. It's time to let it go. When you hold on, you try to control reality, and that never works. When you let go, you make space for the new to enter your life. You're being guided by your angels and nature herself to release whatever is stopping you from moving forward. Uh, and you can do this. When the autumn card arrives in the future position of a spread, or as the last card in a reading, second to last here, it can also indicate that the coming autumn will usher in important energies with regards to your question or intentions. Okay, I love when things come together at the end. Then you have the Hermit card. Again, Virgo energy. So this may be things that are coming to fruition. You've got the Hermit twice? No? Just once. You've got the Hanged Man, which is the opposite end of Virgo. That's Pisces energy, where Pisces goes within to gain inner perspective. The Hermit goes within to gain a higher perspective, a greater perspective. It says retreat and recharge. Okay? Like that. There we go. It says take time to rest and recuperate in order to continue your growth. 10 of Wands. Damn it, 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Wands. Put down some of the burden. Okay? Retreat and rest. It says benefit from the information that will come directly from your heart space. It says you've been working hard and giving your all to your current situation, and it may be becoming draining and detrimental to your development unless you retreat and recharge your energies. So you're being guided to take a step back at this time. If you're working on bringing something together, your involvement could impede the process. So retreat and breathe. What was I saying here in the anchor position? You're tired, but you've got a Knight of Wands in your energy. Okay, and it's that raring to go, tag me in, I'm ready to take on the burden. But you are functioning in an energy of responsibility. Okay? It says retreat and breathe. You may be impeding your own progress. So retreat and breathe. If you have something to say or do that could have a larger impact on your life, spend more time deep in thought. That's that King of Cups, Shark energy, Pisces energy, Hangman energy. Go within. Get in touch with your higher self. Get in touch with you again. Okay? Spend some time in deep thought, even contemplation, before moving forward. Often when we rush in, we don't see how destructive our actions can be. So meditate and listen to your soul's wisdom before proceeding further. So this suggests that by you not taking the rest, you are actually causing future detriment to the situation. And you can honestly, you can see that if the case is that you're working so hard that you're neglecting your health because your family needs you to work harder, it's going to be detrimental to them if you drop from a heart attack. Okay, it's going to be detrimental to them if you um, work so much that you're dehydrated and you pass out. You're going to lose a day of work, a week of work, a month, a year. You might even become disabled from something, you know. If you're so working so long that you're tired and you drive home tired and you have an accident, they could lose you for good. So if you don't take care of yourself, you might screw the people that you're actually working hard for, including yourself. That's what I have for you guys. Thank you, collective. I'm sorry if it was harsh, but that's the messages they were giving me. So I hope this is useful. And if you see, if it was, and you're vibing with my content, again, like, share, subscribe. Visit the description for my email. And leave a donation if you care to. Thank you so much. Until I see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.